This conference will now be recorded.
So in previous example, we saw how to populate contact description when user creating a new record. Then we saw how we can update the description field when somebody modifying the contact record. Let's put some restriction. I want to have one more scenario where when user trying to when user trying to delete a record. So simply I can say whenever the user try to delete the contact which is not associated to any account. So in the contact, like our fun contact, where account is not tagged, okay, which is not associated to any account, then what we'll do, we'll throw error message. That's very basic small examples of delete event we'll use to show that. So whenever there is a contact record, let's see if you see this is a contact record and there is account is not tagged. If such contacts are there and if you try to delete, we'll throw the error messages. Okay, so like you will show you are not authorized to perform these actions or you are not authorized to delete the contact where account is not associated. That kind of thing I want to do. So when I want to do that, what I do? So now the moment you want to delete a trigger, so delete a contact record. That means I can say I want to execute this during delete. Okay. So now before deleting, I want to throw the error. So that after delete, I won't do anything. So before deleting, I want to throw error. So the event going to be before delete on the object contact. So I can go and I can tag one more event which I call before delete. Simply I type before delete. Then before delete, I want to do what I want to do. Let's go to my handler class, write my logic. Okay. So let's see, I'm writing one more method. So public static void. Let's say before delete handler. Some logic before delete handle, the logic I have written here. So now inside this, what I want to do, I'll pass the list of contacts which are going to be deleted, and then I'll loop on that, and I'll see what we can do. So now, what I am going to do here, let's say I just specify the list of contact here. So for delete event, I'm going to take my old list. Okay, let's say old contacts, or simply I can write here contact list. Now I'm going to loop on this. Simply I say for contact con and looping on the con list, and now I'll see if contact doesn't have any account record. That means in the con account record, when I say it will tagged as a account field. If you see, this is tagged as a account field. So it's lookup field. As a lookup field, I can take account ID. If con dot account ID, if it is null, that means my contact is not associated to any account record. Then on this con, I'm going to throw the error, nothing but I'm going to add some error. So to add a error, what we have? We have a predefined method which we call add error. Then what error you want to add, we can write here. Let's see, simply I can say you are not authorized to delete contacts where account is not tagged. Simply I can do this much logic. And now this logic I'll call in my trigger. So I go to trigger to separate my logic execution based on the event. I will write one more if condition of trigger dot. Okay, let's see is before, because my event you can see before delete, and trigger dot is delete. Then I'm going to call the method. Simply I can say contact trigger handler dot my method name, which is nothing but before delete handle. So now in the what I want to do, simply I can pass my trigger dot old. If you see the context variables what we have discussed before, let me see if I have a note here. trigger context variables. Okay, so trigger.old nothing but returns the list of exact copy of database records. Okay, so that kind of thing we're doing here. Okay, so trigger.new map, when to available, what to do, all the things I have already discussed in the previous session. Go through that also. Okay, so now I just call this and let me save it. Now let's see, I'm just going to delete this contact. Okay, so now when trying to delete, there is some error came. You are not authorized to delete contacts where account is not tagged. So simply we can add the error messages in before event also. Okay, so if you see in the all these three examples what we have did, we have used the before insert, before update, before delete, and we have written on the logic based on the context variables what we have. Okay, and we have used trigger context variables is before and is insert, is update, is delete to identify on which context my trigger is executing right now. Then based on that, we have written a handler class. From handler class, we have written different methods, and we have invoked that based on our logics. So we'll see many more examples. So like on different kind of scenario, how to write and what to do. Stay tuned for the next session. Thank you.